What's up, sports to the bone family? What's up? Good night, good night, good night. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, coming to you with your second video for the day. It's a little bit late, but we're still getting it in, my viewers and subscribers. So we're going to talk a little bit about what Captain Nicholas Pooran had to say after we lost the series against New Zealand last night. Now, in the interview, he had a couple of things to say. Some things I agreed with, some things I did not really agree with. So I'm going to share the interview with you guys in case you didn't get a chance to see it, and then I'll give you my opinion on certain things. So the first thing he was asked is whether or not he was worried about getting that century. Man letting us know that he wasn't too worried about getting that century because he's a total team player, and he was willing to do anything for the team. The team is what you put first, and that is what he had on his mind. And the idea was to try and target Trent Boult again and see if they could get some more runs. And I definitely agree with that, my viewers and subscribers. At the point in time when Puran was going at the bowling, I was saying to myself, really would want him to squeeze in and get that second ODI century, But at the back of my mind, I was saying, if he gets out trying to go after that century or trying to get the score up, I wouldn't really crucify him too much because it really called for it at that point in time. We had lost a couple of quick wickets. Shamar Brooks, Brandon King, Casey Carty, and a couple of the other guys there. We lost some quick wickets. So when I saw Pooran going at the bowling, I was just saying to myself, I hope he's able to continue going like this because, we definitely want the score to go up. So it was just letting us know that the idea was to target Trent Boult once again, and he was never really worried about getting that century. So he was also asked about Kyle Mayers and how proud he was of Kyle Mayers and that century. He was just alluding to the fact that Kyle Mayers, is happy for him, happy that he got that century because he's tired. Kyle Mayers, that is, he's tired coming straight from the IPL, going straight into Test cricket, played some Test cricket for us, and then going straight into the ODIs and the T20s. So he's pretty much tired, and it's a good look to see that he was able to get some runs there. So he's just saying that he's happy that Kyle Mayers was able to stuck it out, pull through, and to basically do the work for the team. So he spoke about the way in which Kyle Mayers and Shea Hope batted in the first 10 over in the power play. According to Pooran, the idea was to basically change it up a little bit and see off the new ball, and that is something that we were talking about, trying to bat out the power play, see off the new ball. But as I would have indicated in my video that I did immediately after the game, I am happy that they saw off the new ball because I are the opening spell for Trent Boult and Tim Southey. But I wasn't too happy with that 24 runs from 10 overs. If we had something like maybe 44, it would have been less than a run a ball, but I would have been happy with that. You understand? Or high 30s, maybe 39, 40. I would have said, we can work with that. But 24 was a little bit difficult to look at, my viewers and subscribers. You understand? Pooran though said that 300 was definitely enough to win the series decider. 300 was enough to win the series decider, and I would want to agree with him, my viewers and subscribers, even though I thought that we could have probably gotten some more. But at the end, at the halfway mark, I was thinking that if we went out, if we were disciplined enough, we would have gotten a chance, we would have gone over the line. But with all of the sloppiness that went down in the field and things like that, we definitely didn't give ourselves much of a chance to win that game, my peeps. So we just, according to Pooran, we didn't take the chances, and New Zealand, they were actually way more clinical than we were, my peeps. So we didn't take our chances, and they were clinical, so they were able to take the victory. And Pooran is saying that 300 should have been enough to get that game. According to him, 300 at the end was enough. And in terms of the strike rate, he's not worried about that because at the end we got up to 300, and that should have been enough. According to him, the batsmen did what they must to survive, or what they had to do to survive. You understand? So he's not worried about the strike rate because they had to do that in order to survive. But as I said, my peeps, I am not too sure if the pitch was that difficult to really just settle down and get 24 off the first 10 over. I'm not too sure about that. You understand? Pooran is saying that if they had done anything differently and gotten bowled out, then everybody would have something to criticize them about. But what I am going to say to the captain, I know he's inexperienced, he's a young team according to him, is that there has to be some amount of middle ground, and that is it. People are always gonna critique and criticize, but there is some amount of middle ground. You can't either be extreme or zero. You know, there has to be some amount of middle ground. You understand? You know, he's saying that things didn't really go the way they really wanted it to go. So it's not like things went wrong. It's just that things didn't really turn out how they planned. And you know, the mistakes that they made, those caught up with them. He alluded to the drop catch that he had, and also the little mix up between Shea Hope and Jermaine Blackwood. You know, those chances came back to bite them, and you know, they just, according to him, they just paying the price for the mistakes that they made. And once again, he made sure to remind us that, you know, it's a young team, and you know, they are going to get it right. They are getting there, and it's a young team, and you know, the sky is the limit for this team, says Nicholas Pooran. So those were the major things that the captain had to say coming out of the series decider, my viewers and subscribers, which we lost. So if you guys think that was enough from or serious enough from the skipper, you can let me know in the comment section. As I said, I agree with a couple of things that he said, and a few things that he said, you know, I really don't agree with. In terms of us letting ourselves down, giving up the chances and things like that, you know, and them coming back to bite us, I agree with that. You know, when it comes on to us, the 300 being enough, I personally believe that 300 could have been enough, my viewers and subscribers, if the bowlers were a little bit. I won't really blame the bowlers this time around, because the ball, we had to bowl with the wet ball. You understand? New Zealand did it did it also in the other game, but we had to bowl with the wet ball, my viewers and subscribers. We would have seen that where the ball would have slipped out of Alzari's hand, out of Jason Holder's hand. The spinners had some issues, you know, and a couple of occasions also dealing with that wet ball. But when all is said and done, New Zealand is ranked as #1 for a reason, and it is these little bit of inconsistency that, you know, is going to hold us back. But they were there for the taking. We could have beaten them, but as I said, when you put all of these little things together, my viewers and subscribers, these are the things that going to see. All right, this is why this team is ranked #1. This is why this team is ranked #8. This team is able to remain focused or consistent more often than not. So this is why this team end up being being victorious more often than this particular team. So as I said, my peeps, that is what the captain had to say. I just wanted to bring it to your attention so you guys can let me know if you agree with it or not. Now, Puran said the batsmen had to do that to survive. They had to bat that way to survive. Let me know in the comment section whether or not you think they could have played Trent Boult and Southey a little differently and could have survived. And let me know if you think Pooran is too worried about whether or not people going to criticize them if they get bowled out or what. Just let me know what you think, my peeps. As you can see, this video is a late night shoot, so we're going to jump out. Big up on yourself, peeps.